A 62-year-old Missouri man named Jeff Mizanskey spent the last 22 years in prison on a marijuana conviction. It's incredible. And he was just released.
Finally.
He spent 21 years in prison. And today, he became a free man.
A long time.
Jeff Mizanskey waited for decades for this moment, filled with hugs from family, including some he'd never met.
How you doing? You know, it's been kind of like a dream. Everybody in there has been asking me, and even my family, you nervous yet? You excited? I said, well, I've been trying to keep my feet on the ground. And I've been through courts and thought that things would change and should have changed with some of the issues I brought up, and nothing's ever happened. And I had a lot of high hopes through them times. So I've taught myself not to keep them high hopes up, so I've been keeping them all the way down. So really everything just hit me right now.
Even as Mizanskey took his first steps as a free man, his thoughts remain within the prison walls.
There's a lot of good people in here that need to come out. There really is. Now, I got to agree there's some in here that don't ever need to be out. But, you know, there's a lot that need to come.
Yeah, so he was arrested in '93 for selling 6 pounds of marijuana. 22 years in jail. And he's out now. Yeah, think about how ridiculous that is. I mean, this poor guy's life was wasted behind bars. Wasted. Because society determined that you can't sell that substance which tweaks people's consciousness slightly. That's, in my mind, that's no different than somebody who sold, you know, a couple cases of beer, a couple cases of whiskey. Think about the idea, the concept of locking somebody up who sells whiskey. Taking somebody who sold, you know, whatever, 3 boxes of whiskey or something. And you just throw away the key. Say, hey, 22 years you're going to spend in there now because you sold whiskey. We would all go, whoa, that's like straight up tyranny. That's like we're taking away all your freedom, authoritarian government, arbitrarily throwing people in jail for no good fucking reason. But we're just used to it being weed, where they do get locked up, and it's been like that for a while. So we think, you know, it's one of those things where even if you're opposed to it, people are still like, well, okay. No, but the shrug your shoulders, is not good enough anymore. We got to wake up as a society, and we're beginning to wake up as a society. In Colorado, Washington, it's legal now. You know, there are plenty of places that have it legal for medicinal reasons. We should go further. At a federal level, it should not only be decriminalized, it should be legalized. And I would go, I mean, I know Obama's been moving slowly but surely in the right direction of releasing nonviolent drug offenders here. I would go further. Yeah, I would do it all at once. I don't give a fuck. I would say all nonviolent drug offenders who are behind bars, you are free tomorrow. And guess what? The police officers stop cracking down on the people who are just involved in drugs. If they do something violent, then you can crack down on them. Wouldn't it be great if we lived in a society where the cops only gave a shit about, you know, people who were doing murder and assault and rape and things of that nature, and they didn't give a fuck about, hey, smoking a joint. Whatever, dude. That's the world that we should live in, because it's not really a crime. I mean, it's not a crime. It may be on the books, but the idea that, hey, you did a substance, I'm going to lock you up for 22 years. That's so absurd to the point that it would be laughable if it wasn't so devastating in the sense that it's destroyed so many lives and it's continuing to destroy lives today.